Hey everyone, welcome back. You ready to get kind of weird today? Like, really weird.
I think we're in the right place for that.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure everyone is prepared because today we're diving headfirst into one of the most mind-bending concepts out there, parallel universes.
Buckle up.
Exactly. We're going to be pulling from this article called Parallel Universes, the Science and Myths Behind a Multiverse. We'll explore the science, of course, but also touch on the philosophy and even some mythology around this idea.
It's a concept that's been around a lot longer than most people realize.
Yeah. So where should we start? I mean, I think most people have a general idea. It's the thought that there could be other universes right alongside ours, maybe even infinite other universes. Each one may be a little different, maybe a lot different.
Yeah, and sometimes those differences can be really hard to wrap your head around. Like, what if every time a decision is made, every time there's a possibility for things to go one way or another?
Reality splits.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So you have one universe where you chose option A, and then another where you chose option B.
So there's a universe out there where I actually did become a rock star.
See, everyone always has that secret dream.
Okay, so that's kind of the pop culture understanding of parallel universes, right?
Mm.
But this idea actually has roots in some serious science.
It really does. Quantum mechanics, for example. And it's specifically the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics that really gets into this multiverse idea.
Okay, so for people who might not be super familiar with all the ins and outs of quantum mechanics, can we kind of break that down a bit?
Sure. I mean, the simplest way to put it is that quantum mechanics deals with the way things behave at the smallest level, like the behavior of atoms and the particles within atoms.
And those particles don't always behave the way we'd expect, right?
Right. In the quantum world, things get very fuzzy. Instead of having just one defined state, particles can exist in multiple states at the same time. It's not until we measure them, try to observe them, that they seem to settle into one specific state.
Okay, and that's where the many worlds interpretation comes in, right?
Right, so this guy, Hugh Everett III, comes along in 1957 and proposes this really wild idea. What if instead of those particles actually choosing one state when they're measured, what if every possible state actually continues to exist, but each in its own separate universe? So every time a particle has to choose a state, reality splits, and in one universe it's in state A, and in the other, state B.
Okay, so reality is constantly branching off into all these different universes. So how do scientists even begin to think about testing that?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's definitely not easy, but they are looking at things like certain properties of black holes and the cosmic microwave background radiation, basically the very faint afterglow of the Big Bang.
Looking for clues that our universe might be interacting with others.
Right, some little anomaly that just doesn't quite fit with our current understanding of physics.
So that's one way to look for evidence. But what I think is so fascinating is that this concept of multiple universes actually goes way beyond modern science, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Ancient Greek philosophers were speculating about infinite worlds centuries ago.
And you see it in mythology, too.
Right, like Norse mythology with Yggdrasil, the world tree connecting all those different realms like Asgard, Midgard, and Niflheim.
Oh, and what about Hindu cosmology?
Yeah, with its endless cycles of creation and destruction, like a vast cosmic dance that hints at realities beyond our own.
It's amazing, isn't it, this idea of parallel worlds?
Yeah.
It pops up over and over again across cultures and throughout history, almost like it's this deep-seated human fascination.
Like we can't shake this feeling that there must be more out there than what we can directly see and experience.
And it's not just a philosophical curiosity either, is it? I mean, the implications of a multiverse are, well, kind of huge.
Oh, yeah. If there truly are infinite versions of ourselves out there living out every possible variation of our lives, it really makes you question things like free will and destiny.
Like, are we really in control of our choices, or are we just playing out a predetermined path in this particular universe?
And what about the choices we didn't make? Are there universes where we took those other paths? And if so, who are those other versions of ourselves?
All right, I think we've officially blown everyone's minds for today. So where does this leave us? What's the takeaway from all this mind-bending stuff about parallel universes?
Well, I think the most important thing is just to appreciate the sheer wonder of it all, you know? Whether we ever definitively prove the existence of a multiverse or not, just the act of exploring these ideas, the science, the philosophy, the mythology, it expands our understanding of the universe and our place within it.
Beautifully said. And it really makes you think, right? If parallel universes do exist, every little decision you make, every path you choose,
It might be creating a whole new reality. So every choice, every action has the potential to ripple out across the multiverse.
That's an incredibly powerful thought. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder all the what-ifs and maybes of the multiverse. Until next time.